Hello everyone, welcome to Create with Nancy. I am Nancy Thompson and I'm an independent demonstrator coming to you live today from Skinny Atlas, New York, and I have a great project using the Heart and Home designer paper that will be retiring soon at the end of June. So if you're tuning in, come on in and say hello, let me know that you're here. And we'll get started. So I'm just connecting with to make sure I'm connected here. Turn down my volume and we'll get started. So say hello. Hey Jane, welcome. So you got a minute to watch. So hopefully Miss Ella is having a great day. So yeah, so do you have the Heart and Home designer paper? It's fabulous. I haven't used it nearly enough, but it's a great paper. I love the wood design on it on the back side. So we've got that white wood grain look too on one side, and then the other side is some great patterns. So hey Stella, how are you doing today? I'm sure your news is just filled, and hopefully everybody's doing good. Hi Betty, and so we're gonna get started. I just thought, let's see here, I'm gonna just make sure I'm going here with this one too. Okay, so and hello Colleen. Oh, you're so welcome for your gift. And Anne, hello. So so the Heart and Home designer paper, it's just a great design where it's going to retire soon, and I love the whitewash wood grain that's on one side and the designs on the other. So let's get started because I got a lot to share with you today. For the ones who commented, the majority went with fresh freesia. Can you tell what color? So it's as close to fresh freesia. It's a little on the darker side than fresh freesia, but it's great. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to look at my chat here. Okay. I'm kind of like flubbing it here today. Okay, let's get to the desktop. So this is in the mini catalog. That's where you're going to find the Heart and Home designer paper in the January through July or June mini catalog, the 2022 mini catalog. It's on page 59, and you can see the collection of designer paper here, and there's still lots of great product in here as well. These doilies are in here. There's a Memories and More that coordinate with it. And of course that awesome beehive embossing folder, which is in the suite. And then there's some embellishments. What are they called? Classic matte dots. And this suite actually has two bundles in it. And they both of the, not the bundles, but the stamps and the dies are carrying over. So that's a great thing for them to be carrying over. But the designer paper is not. So, so let's look at the designer paper a little more closely. Okay, so as you can see, here are the, do I have the 6 designs? I'm lacking one. I don't know. Oh, here we go. So here's the 6 designs that are in this paper. So we've got kind of, I'm not sure what kind of flower these are, but they kind of mimic in the in this pattern as well. We've got like this grassy look here, okay? And this is the fresh freesia, and then an overall type pattern with all kinds of flowers. And these could even be fussy cut if you love to do fussy cutting. So really cool. Hello Kay and Pat, welcome. And Donna, hey Donna, yay. Okay, and then here we've got this great bee paper as well with some bees in it. And then I don't know, what do we want to call this? A damask or whatever, 'cause, a design in this. And this is using some retired products. So this is Misty Moonlight here. unfortunately. So, but they'll be retiring shortly. Okay, and then on the back side are all these great wood grain designs. So we've got kind of like an angled type design. This just looks like a huge piece of wood, like plywood. And this looks like, you know, flooring, some type of flooring and more. And also with these two as well. So they each have their own kind of look to them. Which are great, make great backgrounds for some projects. And then here is, let's see, which one goes with which? So this is the Blessings of Home. I really love this. I love this spray of flowers and this one as well. This one's really easy to color. We're going to use this one today. And then they've got some great words in it as well. And then dies, there's additional dies in here to accent your stamps, and then we have some dies that will cut out the two flower images as well. And then this was made to coordinate with both of these simultaneously. And there's that sprig that was on that designer paper. And then of course we've got our bees and definitely more words that will complement this stamp set as well. So, but these are carrying over, but the designer paper is not. And then we're pulling in, and I'm not going to pronounce this, quadrifoil tile embossing folder that's new in our mini catalog. You see the design there. What do I have that will, no, that's not going to work. Let me grab a piece of cardstock here. When I showcase, you know what? This would be better. This is what I've already done. Hopefully you can see that design on there. Let me just try to get it. It's really nice embossing folder as well. Okay, so those are the products we're using today. And hello, Gail. It is a perfectly beautiful day, Miss Birthday Girl. Today is Gail's birthday, so wish her a happy birthday, everyone. So, okay, what are we going to do? So we're going to do the Fresh Freesia color because that was the majority. And we're making a mini Slimline card, okay? So, I'm doing this one a different orientation than my sample. I'm going to show you my sample afterwards, okay? So we're just, and I'm going to have these, have all the measurements and everything on my website, hopefully by tomorrow, okay? That's the plan if everything works out tonight, okay? And I want to also clear up, I thought I had posted that the mini catalog retired list would be available today. It's next week, June 1st. That's when you guys can all see it. It's demonstrators should be able to see it today. So, and next week you'll be able to see it, I believe. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Gail. All right. So, so this mini Slimline is 5.5 by 6.5, I believe, and I'm scoring it on the 5.5 or 6.5 side at 3.25. Yeah, 3.25 inches. Okay, so let me grab a bone folder out here. So we've got that, and I've got to grab a few other supplies here. So we're going to use, this is going to be our envelope, okay, because we're going to make a coordinating envelope as well. And let's see. Okay, I need to put my sample somewhere so I can just refer to it. Okay, we're also using, let me just make sure I got this right. That's for the inside, I believe. This is for the outside. Okay. So we need a piece of white for the inside and the outside. And, okay, this is inside. This is outside. Isn't this awful? Okay, we've got it now. Okay, so we've got a layer of, yeah, that's the inside. This is the outside. Okay, so we've got a layer of designer paper and a layer of white cardstock. Okay, and I'll have the measurements on my website, so you don't, so we'll worry about that later. because these slimlines are, and slimlines can be made any which way that you want. You know, it just all depends on what design you're going at, what stamp set you're using, everything. You know, there's no, there we go. The glue is flowing. There's no right or wrong on what size layer you use. This is just kind of like what I decided to create. So, oh, it's raining hard. The wind has died down. Well, actually, we have I don't know, it's kind of a cloudy, overcast type day, and I can't decide if I'm hot or cold yet today. Okay, so we've got this design, and then we're going to take some fresh freesia sheer ribbon here, and we're going to add this to our card base, and I'm going to wrap it around. We're going to tie a bow. So I just kind of always, to measure, I'm creating kind of a loop, and that's going to be my halfway point. Now I can have enough ribbon that should tie around and to make my bow. So I'm going to just pull my ribbon. I'm not worried about where I'm putting my bow, my actual bow yet. Got glue on my fingers. We're gonna make our bow, and then we'll slide it into place. So last night we just, my arm here, if you guys see my arm, it's all, I got into the raspberry bushes last night. We were trimming raspberry bushes, and I should have had, I didn't think I was getting caught, but I obviously did. So, hopefully, it clears up soon. I probably should put some ointment on it when I go to bed tonight. Okay, so I feel like I got a total brush burn here. All right, so we're gonna just slide. I'm gonna just kind of twirl this ribbon down because I want my bow down here at the bottom, because we're gonna put this scallop contour die here. So I've got like a nice edge around the top and the three sides, and then I can kind of decide how far exactly I want my bow. I think I want it kind of like in the middle there, and I just want to twist it so it gets twisted right. All right, I think that looks pretty good. And then we can add this to our card front, okay? So we're gonna just put it on here. So it's just a little hint of fresh freesia that's showing on the card base as well. So I'm looking at, I'll trade you for poison. Oh, Gail, yikes. No, I don't want to trade you. I'm sorry. Oh, that's awful. My brother, he swears by this poison ivy something that you can get to put on it, and it clears it right up. But I can't remember what it's called, because he would always be getting poison ivy from doing wood. So yeah, poison ivy I just stay away from. Okay, so we're gonna just add this to our card front. Just give it a nice hint of space around there. And I love using the green glue because it gives you that wiggle room. Okay, everybody with me so far here? So we've got that, and I'm gonna trim my bows later, all right? So let's work on our focal point as well, and I need a piece of grid paper here. So we're gonna use our Stampin' Blends today. So let me just throw this lid on, and I feel like that might fall, so let's move that out of the way. So I've already stamped and die cut out that great little small floral image, okay? So what do I have for blends? So we've got some Dark Daffodil Delight, the Fresh Freesia Light and Dark, Old Olive Light and Dark, and the Color Lifter. This is great if you feel like you've got too much color in one area and it kind of just magically makes it disappear. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with the dark. daffodil, and I'm just going to add dark daffodil into the centers of my flowers here. Okay, there's these little tiny ones here. So let's just add that, and that'll make them pop. And then we'll start with, I always like to do the dark highlights first, and then I can always go back if I feel like I need a little bit more. So let's add some dark highlights here, and this is just really quick. These little ones, I might just kind of leave them light, I think. So if you feel like you want it to dark, just go over this one more time. Okay, so I think the smaller ones will just stay light. Okay, so these are just little tiny petite flowers, and just, you know, making everything tone on tone here for the card will work out great. Okay, and now we'll just add some light to our petals. And so how many love to color with the blends? Does anybody have Stampin' Blends? And do you, I don't use them enough. And are you using them? Because you need to use them so they don't dry up. You want to use them before they dry up, because, you know, it is disposable and they do run out eventually. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Poison ivy. You have to definitely, I mean, just like cutting it with clippers or whatever, it just, all that juice and stuff just kind of spreads easily. Even chainsawing, you can inhale it, so be careful. Hopefully it doesn't last long, Gail. Okay, so we're doing some highlights with our old olive, since we don't have a garden green, because that's what's in the designer papers, garden green designer paper. And I didn't try like the shaded spruce to see if that kind of mimicked it. So and we just got a huge pile of compost delivered, so we can add more garden now, because we need to grow vegetables for those chickens, so they've got good food to eat all summer long, or as soon as they start growing, so they have really good eggs. All right, because they should start to lay here in another few weeks, I'm hoping, by Mary Pat's calculations. So just simply color this in. This is pretty quick, and I like using the bullet tip versus the brush tip. Only when I really want to make highlights, really light highlights, do I use that brush tip. Because you can easily, when you're blending like this, smash that tip down and then you don't have it anymore. Okay, that's it. We are done. Wasn't that quick and simple? Yes, you start, you know, even if it's just like definitely old olive. I love the, you know, Daffodil Delight, even just a few core colors that you might color with. I think those are like a great way to get started. Okay, so we've got our coloring done. So here's that embossed piece of white cardstock that we did with the embossing folder. So we're going to simply add it as a background, because isn't that kind of cool how that looks? Let me add it on first and then I'll show it to you guys. We're simply going to add this piece. So I just really kind of measured inside the dotted lines to give me this look. All right, that's the one that's not working. So let's go back to grabbing this one. And it gives it a really nice look, is what it does. So we're simply going to center it in here. And it doesn't have to be exact. Mine's just, I was keeping the measurements simple. It's like not quite an 1/8 too short. Okay, so doesn't that look kind of cool how having that extra embossed piece just kind of makes the frame stand out a little bit more. So that's my newest thing. Okay, so we're going to add this onto here, and we're going to use dimensionals. We're going to pop this up. Let's move this out of the way. You know what? I think I need some mini dimensionals too, which are right here, because there's some smaller places I want to get in and get a dimensional too. Okay, so we've got our mini, and let's add dimensionals. Probably way too many. Nancy, let's put one more down here, and then we're going to put some on the back of this as well, because we're going to pop this up. Now make sure when we put the card together, I want to show you guys this card would normally, you know, this size normally is totally fine to go through the mail, but it's a little on the thick side, so I think it would need that extra ounce of postage, just for safe measures, is what I would really recommend, and then they shouldn't bother you. Okay, let's get rid of these dimensional things. So I'm just gonna angle it just slightly. Okay, let's pull our card back in, and we will add this. Hi Roberta, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. And hopefully you can go back and watch the beginning as well. So we're going to just add this onto here, and then we're going to finish it up. Let's trim our ribbon here. Okay, I want this one to go up this way. That's what I want it to do. Can we get it to stay? There we go. Okay, so isn't that kind of cool? So let's finish off the inside, because I'm liking this two-layer look. So, but I didn't really, you know, if you just put down white, that's kind of a little boring. So we're simply going to add white on top of that designer paper, and that will give us our dimension that we're looking for, color coordination. So let's do this right here and add this to the inside. There we go. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you like that inside? This would be a great card to have on hand when you just really want, you know, a really special, pretty card to send someone and write a note inside. You know, I kind of like not having any greetings on the outside or anything. I mean, you could put like a hello or something. So we're going to finish it with these, you know what? I'm pretty sure these are still in the mini. Actually, no, these are retired. These must have been in the holiday catalog, and I shouldn't be using these. Let me grab our brush. Should be using the brush Brass Butterflies, but I will show you the other one in a minute. Okay, yeah, because those are gone. I was thinking they're retired. Maybe they're on the clearance rack. And I'm gonna have to check that out, because maybe that's why I thought I could use them, is because they're on the clearance rack. So if anybody's like can be techie searchy right now and look on the clearance rack to see if they're still available. Otherwise I'll post it. Okay, so we're gonna put up but definitely these are in the mini catalog, and these have carried over to our annual catalog as well. So I think because these are tinier, we're gonna put 3 on there. Okay, so what do you guys think? So there is my Fresh Freesia card. Now I want to show you how to make the envelope that's going to go with this. Okay, so let's make an envelope, and then I got one more project after this. Okay, so we're going to pull in this is an 8x8 piece of designer paper, and we're simply going to score it on 1 inch on each side. Okay, just gently, because it's designer paper and you don't want to you know, tear it. And I need a punch. almost forgot my punch here. And then we're going to, on the other side, we're going to score at 2 inches and 5.5 inches, okay? That's how simple this mini slimline envelope is. So the 2-inch side is going to be the flap side, okay? So hopefully I can see my score marks. So let's just simply let's burnish these because I'm having a hard time seeing the score lines. So we can trim this. Did I not score hard enough? There it is. Okay. There we go. I was being very light there. So let's just burnish this one, and we'll burnish this one as well. I like making homemade envelopes. Does anybody do this a lot? So we're simply going to, we're cutting out all 4 corners here, okay? Up to the first score line. There's one. I'm gonna cut this one, so we create some tabs here. It's an easy envelope to make. There's that corner and one more. And these are little scraps you could save, maybe to use, make a scrappy type card. So there's still lots of great ways to use it. Not throw it out. I saved them. All right, so this is our flaps. So I'm going to pull in this retired corner rounder because unfortunately we don't have one right now, or a circle punch to do this. So we're going to do that one. And you could probably even just, you know, freehand the corner round as well. And I'm going to do this, just the top of this one side flap. So we've got here, here, and here. Okay, simple. And that's all you needed to do. All right, so where do we put some? We're going to take our tear tape. You could use seal, but I'll use the tear tape so you guys can see exactly. And you could use liquid glue, but I don't know. I like using this. It's just easy. Or seal would be fine too. Just makes a nice skinny line. Okay. And then we're going to put some on our flap for when we're ready to mail this. It'll be all done. Oh, I went a little too far. No, have to go all the way across. Okay, so you guys see this? Here's our flap up here, and we've put tape on the inside of this bottom one. So simply, let's also just angle this. Just makes just a slight little angle on the bottom of these flaps here. Put a little dart there. So when you fold this in, it's not going to like bind on this seam here, okay? All right, so let's just pull this, and we'll flip this. And we've got a cute little envelope that will fit our card very nicely. There's lots of wiggle room here. And so as you can see, it's kind of bulky here. So I think it needs that extra ounce in there. So it is kind of thick. So you might want to add that extra ounce. And then I would just take an address label to put across here and write your whoever you're sending it to. Or maybe you want to hand deliver it. If you're going to hand deliver it, then maybe wrap some ribbon around here again and let it be, you know, an open with ribbon type thing too. So, okay, so let me show you. So there's our one card there. So let me show you with the brass, with the bigger butterflies, bumblebees. Okay, can you see the difference? I kind of like these, but these are, you know, okay. So there's those. And my coloring's a little bit deeper too. I must have gone over it a few times. I don't mind. Yes, because you definitely can, Gail. Yes, I love that. You can definitely make your own size envelopes that you want. So it is cool. And thank you, Roberta. Okay, so there is one color scheme for you all. Let me just pick up a little bit here so we've got room to showcase a few of these other colors. Okay. Got one and two. Okay. So here's this one here, right here. So I used a different stamped image, and I used the dies here to cut out, or to die cut some sprigs there as well. So there's that one. Let's see. Let's move a little bit more here out of the way. So there's our card there. And then we've got this one here. Oh yeah. So this one I put a piece of vellum underneath, and and I had already had those colored up. So this one I had opening this way. Okay, so you can really do whatever way you want. And this one here also opens this way. All these other ones open this way. I thought I would switch it up and just have a side opening this way. It's kind of neat to, I don't know, to just add some interest to cutting your cardstock a little bit different way. And then finally, here's the same one, but with the pale papaya rendition and the bumblebee cardstock. So there is those. And then there's our inside, using that designer paper and matting that as well. So I hope that inspires you to pull out your designer paper, make some envelopes, make some cards. So out of one sheet of designer paper, I was able to get, you can definitely get the envelope and the set of card, and the card designer paper that you want. I cut 4 inches off one side and then 4 inches off the other. So if my paper was going directional like this, okay, if it's going directional, I had that up and I cut 4 inches off the side first, okay, and then I did it across the top. So that gave me my 8 by 8 inch piece, and then out of that 4 by 12 piece, I was able to get the outside and the inside of my designer paper. And then you have that 4 by 8 piece left to do whatever you want. So, okay, so let me show you. I want to show you our newest kit collection, because starting next Wednesday, June 1st, our kit collections are going to be on sale. It's going to be a BOGO sale. So I wanted you to be aware of what there is out there, and see what one is like. So the only thing I've done so far is we're going to make one card, okay? Is kind of like unwrap stuff, all right? I haven't put a card together. So I think this one's going to be the easiest to make. So I want to kind of show you this card here. And what comes in the kit collection? You're going to get your instructions. You get a stamp set in this particular one. We have some non-stamping kits and some stamping kits, okay? And there's various prices as well, all right? So this one includes a stamp set. It's kind of like a thank you in this one, okay, because it's called A Million Thanks. You get a block. There's always a clear block in the stamping kits. And then there's also an ink spot. So you always have ink. So these are great if you are looking for somebody to give a gift to, or even just to take when you're traveling or whatever. Then you have all the supplies in there. It even has your adhesives in here. So this one just uses dimensionals, okay? So it's got some embellishments for you to use, and it's got some, this one has mini dimensionals in it. So it has what you need in this kit, okay? So let's put this heart one together, because this one's kind of the easiest, but let me pull the rest of the supplies out in this kit. This one includes, and all the kits vary as well. This one has 9 cards in it, 3 of each of the 3 design styles. So there's our 3 hearts. We're going to use one of those. And then it's got embellishments. There's 3 sets of those, so definitely enough for our 3 cards. So this one takes this embellishment here. So let's just pop this out. And if you're really creative, I don't know, you might find other ways to use your excess. Some people do. And there's some labels. This looks like it goes with the pink card here on the end, okay? And it looks like they gave us extra labels. So there's 2 extra labels in this kit, okay? So we need this label here for the million thanks, okay? So there's a label there, and that goes for that 3rd card. And then this is for the middle card here, and there's a couple extra labels there as well. So, but look at these card bases. They have, can you see that? This is all embossed in it. It's a clear embossing on it, which is really, really cool. This one has squares on it. There's that. It's just a nice, clear, embossed image. So, and then lastly, here's the one we need for the heart. And this one's got circles embossing on it. And then it looks like the envelopes are all the same within the printed inside, okay? So let's, we can fold our card base in half. The card bases aren't as, you know, they're substantial enough, but it's not like true basic white because it is pre-printed and it's not, you know, there's white on one side and color on the other. But they're still a good quality card base. All right, so I like to burnish it so it stays closed. Okay, so let's look at our instructions. It looks like here's the heart one here, okay? And the instructions, so they give you hints, you know, dimensionals. These are the embellishments, so it tells you what to put a dimensional on as well. So that's really nice. And there's even a ruler here, okay? 1/2 is U.S. measurements, the others in centimeters, okay? So let's just pop this back, and we're going to pop this over. This could definitely make a great mask for something. You could make it, I don't know, 3D or something, a shaker card. So we need dimensionals on this, and I'm going to just grab some minis I've got started here, and I'm going to just set some on a few of these. You can follow where they suggest, or you can add more, whatever your heart desires is to add. So let's just pop on some dimensionals. And where'd my other ones go? I'm going to add a couple big ones here in the center. Okay. And let's add some on this. All right. So it says add your dimensionals, and it also tells us to stamp. So I'm going to grab the million thanks, and I'm setting my block aside because I'm going to use that as a free gift to somebody. So really, best thing with photopolymers is plop it down and grab it from your desktop. That way you don't kind of distort how it goes. And I'm just going to pull open my own evening evergreen ink pad here. Okay, so let's grab our label here, and I guess that looks okay. We're going to just stamp this in the middle. And remember, there's 2 sides. That's kind of like really the L's really hit up there really close. So, but it's good enough. Okay. And do we add anything on this? I don't think so. Almost, it doesn't say what to do. But I'm almost thinking you would need to do something with that, some dimensionals probably, because that's all they give you in the kit. Okay, so let's put our greenery down here and put this down. And the only thing, there are no refills. It's meant to use it and send it on its way. The words are great to use within your own, library. So that's kind of cool. So you get some additional words in your Stampin' library. And then, yeah, let's just add this onto here. And looks like, I don't know if that needs to be dimensionalized. I got to look at the words. I'm going to dimensionalize this because that's the only thing they gave us for adhesive. So let's talk about these kits a little bit. So they are a BOGO next week. It is buy one and then get one half price, 50% off. So, and the 50% off comes off your most expensive one. Can you believe that? So if you're ordering online, you want to put in your least expensive kit first and then your second one, and they will automatically take off the half price. So that is really, really cool. So you don't even have to think about it. I think maybe they automatically do it. But don't do a quantity of 2 of one kit and then quantity of 2 of another kit. It's just put in one at a time, all right? And they will adjust the pricing. Okay, so let's add some embellishments here. Let's see, where do they say to put them? Let's look at this, because they even tell you 2 embellishments and where to put them. Mine aren't going to show. Maybe that's so weird. I gotta look at this again. Yeah, why would they put those there? I don't, because they're hidden with this, so I'm gonna just put them somewheres. So let's put 2, and my pick tool's not gonna pick them up very good. Oops. Let's do this. I'm just gonna add them to my my label here, I think, so that we can find them. We'll just do this. There we go. All right, isn't that kind of like a really nice rich card? I would love this. So that is our, you know what, I'm wondering, hang on, I'm looking at the supplies again, and I just want to make sure. I wonder if these get popped up too. Yeah, because there's nothing else. I missed a step, everybody. So I think like these go on here and get popped up. 1, 2, 3. So this makes this card even more fun, I think. So let's do this. Yeah, those get popped up. So we're going to pop these over like this. We're going to just kind of pick these up. Pick this back up. Let's add some dimensionals. Isn't this fun? I told you I didn't look at this ahead of time. But let me look at those directions again. Yeah, it does. I totally missed this step, everyone. It tells you to add the flowers like that. So, okay, so let's do this here. And this will really make it totally different as well. It's really gonna, flowers will really make this pop now. Okay, so let's add these here, and then here, and then here. There we go. Oh yeah, what a difference. So there's all kinds of kits, stamping, non-stamping. They make great stocking stuffers, you know, for the holiday season. If you're having grandkids over, to have like an extra kit on hand. There's definitely some easy non-stamping kits where they don't even have to stamp any words or anything. So it makes it simple for you to have some type of fun summer activity on hand, or even for your kids. So make sure to check it out. And also Paper Pumpkin, because there's some great paper pumpkin, you know, like even refill kits that are on sale as well. All right, so let's pull off this middle one, and I think that's what's going to look like. Okay, I'm happy now, but I'm crooked. There we go. All right, see the difference? Can you guys see the dimension on here now? I don't know, maybe you can, but it does make a totally big difference. It feels a little thick, but I mean, it's only one layer dimensional. So, all right, so I hope you love this. And if you want to place an order, here's the May host code that's still active. You can go to my website, createwithnancy.com, and check it out there. All right, and place your online order, or you can call me as well. Yes, Gail, the pop-up flowers look really, really well. So watch for blog posts with details in pictures too, for today's projects. And if you have any questions or anything, just simply reach out to me. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's still time to take advantage of the May Join Special, okay? That's where the starter kit is $99, and you get to choose $125 of items and free shipping. And you're going to get, as a special bonus, the new In Color ink pads and a package of assorted cardstock, a package of the In Colors new In Colors designer paper, and a special package of grid paper, and a paper pumpkin kit too, which I have no idea what it is. So if you have questions about that, just message me. I would love to have you join my Ink with Heart team, Stampers team, and be a part of the stamping community, okay? So there's just a few more days to take advantage of the Join Special. It ends on May 31st, but if you're thinking about it, do it sooner rather than later, okay? Just because the holiday is coming up on Monday, and the last day of the special could get kind of crazy as well, okay? So thanks so much, everybody. Remember, you can find me here every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Either here on Facebook or YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, give me hit that subscribe button and the bell to be reminded when I'm going live as well, okay? And if you're on Facebook, give me a thumbs up and hearts as well, okay? And we will see you next Wednesday at 3 p.m. for some more Creative Ink. Okay, everybody, bye-bye.